Now, Colorado is a great place, but today we're going to tell you the top 3 reasons that people are leaving Denver and the Denver metro area for greener pastures elsewhere. Stay tuned. Hey everybody, welcome back. I am Joe Benjamin. This is Living in Colorado. I am with Great Life Colorado eXp Realty. So if you are here living in Colorado or thinking about living in Colorado today, we are going to address the top 3 reasons that at least I found that are causing people to get out of here to go to other places. But before we dive into it, I would love to work with you on your real estate transaction, whatever that is. So hit me up at my website here, greatlifecolorado.com. or give me a ring on my phone number right there. It's something that I love to do even more than making these videos, so I hope to hear from you soon. All right, so let's talk about it. First, what makes Colorado great? Well, one of the things that makes Colorado great is just that Colorado vibe. It's very centered around being outdoorsy. You have the mountains, the snow sports, the summer sports, and frankly, the 4 seasons. It's a great spot if that's what you're looking for. But today we're trying to tell you why people are leaving, and there are a lot of people leaving. All right, so we're gonna dive right into it with a countdown of the top 3. So starting at number 3, what is the number 3 reason that we're seeing that people are leaving? Well, it's nice out right now, but here in just a few weeks, it's gonna start to get chilly. We're gonna have jacket weather, and before you know it, this tree behind me is gonna be just completely bare and the grass is going to be covered in snow. So I know in a lot of my videos I talk about Colorado's climate, and it's amazing, and it is amazing if you like that type of thing. So what I'm trying to say here is we do still have 4 seasons, and that summer set of months is going to be drastically shorter. Here in Colorado this year, we were still getting snow into late May, which is crazy. It's not snow that would be a hard freeze or anything, but the bottom line is it was still having that kind of spring, summer, spring, winter type of thing. It just couldn't figure out what it was gonna be at. That overall summer set of months is gonna be shorter. Now you couple that with the altitude, some people just don't like the thinner air. So myself, I am not built for a humid climate. So living in Colorado with that thinner air, which is very, very dry, it allows me to exist without having my shirt completely soaked through in sweat in 5 minutes from being outside, which if we were down in Alabama right now or Texas, I'd be done for, and this black shirt would just look like trash. The weather and the climate, it's definitely something to consider. So if you're not used to the 4 seasons, if you don't like snow or cold weather, might not be the best place for you. Another negative as far as the weather is concerned is we have this nice green grass here, but Colorado remains green from basically early spring to about midsummer. And then just like a switch, it goes brown. And I'm not talking the trees. The trees stay green, the evergreens stay green, but we don't get nearly as much rain as a lot of other places, so grasses in the fields kind of brown out nice and early, so you have a really, really vibrant spring, and then it gets kind of dull. Number 2, the number 2 reason that I have found, and this is just from my data, talking to people and interviewing and things like that, is the cost of living. Colorado is not the most expensive place in the US, but it is definitely up there. And overall, your money just doesn't go as far here because there's just more taxes on things, and overall, it's just a little bit more expensive to live here because of the popularity of Colorado. One thing I noticed immediately is as I was driving back to Nebraska this last weekend, we went to a air show at Lincoln Airport, which was a lot of fun, is in Colorado, the gas price was $4.09 right at the border. And as soon as I crossed into Nebraska, first exit, $3.25. So it's just one of those things. It's just a place where everything has been inflated and the cost of living is just a little bit higher than anywhere else. I keep joking with my wife because we have a property here in Colorado that if we decided we wanted to move and sell this house, we could buy something and live like kings in Kansas for the rest of our lives. Downside is we're living in Kansas. Sorry if you're from there, but not somewhere I want to be. But just because of the popularity of Colorado and just the inflation that comes with that, our cost of living has definitely risen pretty steadily and is above quite a few other states that are in the surrounding area. So it's just cheaper to go live somewhere else for quite a few reasons, and I'm not going to dive into those right now because I don't have all the stats in front of me since I'm standing out here in the front yard. But cost of living is definitely the number 2 reason I see people getting out of Colorado, especially people who have lived here for a long time and remember when things weren't nearly as expensive. All right, now you waited for it. Here it is. The number 1 reason people are leaving Denver specifically and getting out of Colorado. It's popularity. Yeah, that's right. Colorado has seen absolutely explosive, and I mean explosive growth in the past 10 years. And the problem with that is we've seen dozens upon hundreds even of these new master built communities, new urban complexes, new commercial spaces with everything from places to eat and buy groceries and movie theaters. All of this amazing infrastructure grow in such a short amount of time that nearly every street that you could just drive casually without being overrun with traffic on the road is just completely jam-packed with people, at least along the Front Range corridor between Fort Collins and Colorado Springs. This has led to a lot of frustration for people who have lived here their whole lives, or people who have moved to Colorado thinking it was one thing and then just a few years later it isn't. In fact, where I'm currently living, which is just north of Denver, it used to be pretty much all farms and ranches, and within the last 10 years, every area surrounding my neighborhood that used to be just an open field is now a master built community with hundreds of houses on it. Now, that's great for a lot of economic reasons, a lot of growth. Good things come out of this. But if you're someone who bought in an area thinking, I'll look at this beautiful view of this field behind me with the mountains, and now it's filled with another 200 houses, and then all of these roads that were originally designed for a certain population now have 10x the amount of cars on it and people, the infrastructure is a little bit slow to catch up. Now, if you've ever driven I-25 literally any time of the day, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's a road that's been over capacity for way longer than 10 years, and now with the influx of traffic, every road seems like it's kind of following in suit with I-25. Our infrastructure just hasn't kept up, at least in the transportation, to match some of the needs of all of these people. So with that, we're starting to get a lot more of the problems of the bigger metropolitan areas. You just have more traffic, you have more frustrations. It's just one of those things that snowballs. And eventually people are just getting to the point where Colorado's, at least along the Denver Front Range, not the same intimate experience that they thought it was in their mind. Well, there you have it. Those are the top 3 reasons people are leaving Colorado, at least from my perspective. Now, before you go, don't take this out of context. Colorado is growing for a reason. It's a beautiful place. People love being here, and it's one of those places where there's still just an outstanding amount of opportunity. Now, because of this, I gave you 3 reasons that people are leaving, but I could do a whole nother video on the top 10 reasons people are coming here. So the pros to Colorado absolutely outweigh the cons tenfold. So if you're someone who likes the outdoors, you're someone who likes seeing some seasonality, and you're someone who does like a place that's up and coming and growing with a lot of opportunity, then the Denver Front Range might be for you. If you'd like to learn more, please go to greatlifecolorado.com. And again, I would love to help you with your real estate transaction or just help answer some questions for you. My website, greatlifecolorado.com. My phone number is right here. I am the only person who answers that phone, so it's not like you're going to call and get an assistant, but I would love to help you out. Anyways, enjoy your great life in Colorado or wherever you're at. All right, number two. I'm gonna pause. I'm trying to do this all from memory and it's not going great. People that are leaving Colorado are kind of not who you would expect. Try this again. I screwed that up. Back it up. Back it up. That people are moving out of Colorado. I'm gonna start all over.